You had mentioned they have a couple of different goals. Well, a handful of goals. You mentioned Europe. You mentioned Israel, I believe. You mentioned the U.S.
Hmm.
Where are all the targets and what
Sure.
are the goals? Let's
So
leave the U.S. for last.
Sure. So if you talk about Israel, obviously there was the big Hamas attack, and then they actually have a couple other waves of attacks. I know one of them, and I shared it. I'll probably get yelled at for sharing that one too. And then they want to do against Israel what they do with us, like attack the embassies. Okay, so that's the Israel piece.
Hmm.
And then they want to do attacks on Europe. But the interesting part is, even their Europe attacks, they're still leaning towards, hey, when we go attack Norway or whomever, we want to attack the U.S. embassy there. So we're still almost the target, even though they want to do
Okay.
the attack in that country. And then the last piece is they want this October 7th style attack in multiple places in Europe and then in the U.S. And that's the one that Scott talked to you about, that we had, in the AQ 2.0 book. But I realized he didn't give it to you when he was here. So I'm giving you the AQ 2.0 book. But
Thank
that's
you.
really interesting. So we gave a
You
little
worked
bit.
on this.
I gave a little bit of our investigation to it. So this was put together by a European retired intelligence officer. And what he did is he reached out to his huge community from working his entire career and said, what do you have on this? What do you have on this? What do you have on this? And he compiled a bunch of people's investigations into this attack. So this is the best thing you can get open source.
Al-Qaeda 2.0, the upcoming attack on the United States and Europe unveiled.
So Boone and I focus on the U.S. homeland piece of this attack, but people who contributed to the book focus on the Europe piece, right?